Here are the winning numbers from today's Carolina Pick 3 and Carolina Pick 4 daytime drawings. Tune in tonight at 11:22 for the Carolina Pick 3, Carolina Pick 4, and Carolina Cash 5 evening drawings.
It's Free Book Fall at Wake Tech. Enroll at Wake Tech this fall and get the books you need for your classes free of charge. Free Book Fall could save you hundreds of dollars. There's never been a better place to start or time to come back to education than now at Wake Tech.
We all know selling your home can be stressful. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, it doesn't have to be. You can forget the painting and constant cleaning and all the hassle. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free. Receive the strongest cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. No showings, no open houses, no stress. It's that simple. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home and start packing.
In an accident, 40 tons of steel can cause serious damage.
We were seriously injured.
Time is not on your side.
I knew I needed a law firm experienced in truck accident cases.
James Scott Farron.
A law firm with the knowledge and experience to get you more.
They got me more than what the insurance company offered.
Don't settle for less than every dollar you may deserve. Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call on the Hurt Line, the law offices of James Scott Farron, right now.
Boost Infinite is a new mobile service offering you more coverage on America's largest 5G networks. It's an unlimited plan for just $25 a month per line forever.
So I don't need 4 lines to get the best deal?
Nope. You don't need a mannequin family to get that $25 price.
Great, because my family is really starting to freak me out.
I think that one winked at me. Go to boostinfinite.com and get unlimited for $25 a month forever.
Blanton's Air, Plumbing and Electric, a breath of fresh air.
At Blanton's Air, Plumbing and Electric, we have the highest standards in every department, which is why Coolidge doesn't work in plumbing. Let Blanton's expert plumbers repair your home today.
Our focus is on you, and happy customers choose Blanton's Air. Blanton's Air, Plumbing and Electric.
Injured in a car wreck? When we take your case, there's never a fee for our work unless you get paid.
We don't get paid unless you do.
Get the experience of the heavy hitters on your side.
We're attorneys Tatum and Atkinson, and we know car wrecks.
1-800-LAW-0804.
It is a very exciting time at Rug & Home. Hundreds of solid wood furniture products crafted by the world's best artisans. 50, 60, and 70% off for the Summer Sizzler sale. Hurry in to Rug & Home.
Breaking news happens here, no matter how you're watching. That's coverage you can count on.
This is now a confirmed tornado.
Unbelievable to see the pictures coming in and the video coming in.
We have got injury.
Nash Hospital is starting to receive patients.
This is actually debris being lofted into the air.
And all of a sudden it just dropped out of the sky.
Just arriving on the scene here, we just don't see damage like this in North Carolina.
That house behind us, the roof ripped out.
We checked WRAL. The alert was right near our house.
We have our team of meteorologists with that experience and the tools to be able to track this for you to keep folks safe.
And breaking right now at 4 o'clock, you are looking at stunning live Sky 5 aerials of the aftermath of a confirmed tornado that touched down in Nash County. This is live in Dorchester. Look at the destroyed homes here. We have seen knocked down trees along I-95. The tornado even taking out part of the Pfizer building in Rocky Mount.
A home just in pieces there. This tornado was on the ground for about 20 miles. This is the WRAL rotation map of the route this tornado traveled this afternoon. We are getting some new video, honestly, every couple of minutes into our newsroom. We have a number of crews covering the extensive damage that we are seeing across that area. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Lena Tillett. WRAL has been on the air since the tornado warning was first issued at 12:30. We have you covered from the sky, the ground, and right here in the studio. But we want to begin now with Brian Schrader up in Sky 5. Brian, you are not one to be utilizing dramatic language, to utilize hyperbole. You have said the images are remarkable. Tell us what you're seeing now.
We just don't see this kind of damage from tornadoes in North Carolina very often, and certainly not at this time of year. I want to take you outside Sky 5 for a live look at 95. New here at 4 o'clock. Both directions of I-95 are open here in the Dorches area. It was closed for most of the early afternoon because of all of those trees that you see there in the middle of the screen. They were strewn across the interstate, and it was blocked, creating a miles-long backup in both directions. But as we move the camera over, you can see the path the tornado took, the flattened trees. You can see the damage to the fields there, those farm fields, and you can also see that first home completely destroyed there on on Halifax Road, just south of Highway 43 in the Dorches area. The damage continued onto the north and east, damaging the roof of other homes, destroying an outbuilding. At least 2 other houses in that neighborhood there damaged around Town Hall Drive. We have a ground crew there. We'll take you to those pictures in just a little bit. And you can also see where the trees there at the top of your screen were destroyed by this tornado. I measure from Sky 5 a 2.5 mile damage path here, and that's what's remarkable about this tornado, is that from when it first touched down, you can watch the damage as it crossed the northern side of Rocky Mount over toward the Pfizer facility. It was an unusual storm in the WRAL Severe Weather Center this afternoon. We were watching it on radar as it all came together. We were first to tell you about it around 12:30 this afternoon. Let's check in with meteorologist Kat Campbell in the WRAL Severe Weather Center for a look at what we know about that tornado. Kat?
A tornado is confirmed in Nash County, and based on what we saw on the radar as well, we may see that tornado confirmed into Edgecombe County as well. We've just received word from our partners at the National Weather Service in Raleigh that within the hour we will have the official numbers in from them, and they will let us know what it was ranked in terms of an EF 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And they'll give us the official numbers for the width, the length of the path, and the cities that were impacted the most. So let's zoom in and try to get a better feel of this based on the radar estimates. We have a number of tools that can help us really determine when the tornado touched down and potentially how long it was on the ground. The path length, there were about 20 miles where we did record a debris ball. Within that time, the tornado may have lifted and dropped again, but a pretty long time that we saw this hold together. About half an hour from 12:30 to 1 p.m. is likely that time frame for the tornado on the ground. The maximum estimated wind speeds just east of the Dorches community got up to 136 miles per hour. This is a radar estimate, not at the surface, but anywhere from 1,500 to about 2,000 feet off the ground. And an EF2 tornado is 111 to 135 miles per hour. So that number puts us close to the EF2, possibly low-end EF3 category. And so this was likely a very destructive, as we can see, but a very violent tornado that passed through. And the debris ball over the city of Dorches was about 2 miles wide. So unfortunately, just a really terrible situation unfolding today, and incredibly rare to see something like this happen during the month of July. And in North Carolina, you can see the long path this took as the rotation started to come together in western Nash County, holding together all the way through Edgecombe County until it eventually weakened as it closed in on Halifax County. And just look at the hook echo. This looks like something you would see in Tornado Alley in Oklahoma. This is very rare in North Carolina. We had a clear hook echo on the radar because this tornado was not wrapped in rain, which makes it, that's just another factor that adds to how unusual this tornado was for us during the month of July. A current look at the radar still showing some storms in the area, mainly the southern part of our viewing area. At this point, none of these storms are severe, but we still have the potential for a severe storm this evening, and we're going to have a closer look at that and tomorrow's severe weather threat. We could see some more severe storms tomorrow coming up.
Kat, when you were talking about that hook echo, I remembered reporting in Nebraska. That was the last time I heard that then. And of course, they see tornadoes on the ground in Nebraska. Incredibly rare for this area.
It's incredibly rare. I mean, even during the spring months, it's rare for us to see a hook echo like that. And over 40% of our tornadoes occur during the spring months. So to see something like that in July, the last time North Carolina saw an EF2 tornado during the month of July was in 2005. And that wasn't even in our viewing area. That was closer to Iredell County. So this is really, really rare.
Nearly 20 years ago. Kat, thank you. Now let's get to WRAL's Keenan Willard. He's, of course, been on the ground in the Dorchester community minutes after the tornado touched down there.
Right, and we're waiting to hear what the National Weather Service has to say about the strength of this tornado, but I mean, the images, Keenan, you've been showing us paint a pretty clear picture. Anxious to hear what the gentleman standing with you has to say.
Dan, Lena, this is Brian Varnell. 3 of his family's homes here in the Dorchester area were impacted by this tornado, including the one you can see behind me, which is just decimated. The walls, roof ripped out. Brian, after all of this, how is your family feeling today?
Well, they're feeling blessed. I mean, no one was injured except some little minor injuries from scrapes, excuse me. But they're blessed. I mean, no one was injured. This is all material. It can be replaced. You know, I look behind me and it looks like a disaster area, which it is. But I see the blessings of people pulling together in a time of need and helping right behind you.
You told me about the experience of your family that was actually inside this home when the tornado happened. Who was in there and what did they go through?
I had some nieces and nephews. There was about 4 of them in there, and my sister as well. They loaded out inside the laundry room, which ironically, you know, we've always been taught that when, you know, bad storms come in, that's where we would get as kids growing up in this house. Fortunately, they got the alerts on their phones and heeded the warnings and hid.
Do you think that decision, looking at that, may have saved their life today?
Absolutely, that and the good Lord blessed them. So they got where they needed to be within the house, and it all worked out for the best.
You can see this home. There's another one that just had, I mean, the attic is exposed. There's a house behind that that is also just basically ripped to shreds. 3 properties for you all that you are going to have to basically build up again from the ground. I mean, what's the next step for you all?
Right now, it's just getting the furniture out of one, take it one step at a time. Try not to get too far ahead, but just working each day as they come.
And no one injured in this entire process?
Not here. Like I said, there's some minor, some boo-boos kind of stuff. Nothing major. So that's the blessing. All of this is material. It can be replaced.
That kind of mindset is exactly what we've been hearing from so many people here in this Dorchester community. Obviously so resilient, a small town, but as you said as well, to see neighbors coming out, those who like 100 feet away, their house was not touched, they're out there helping you all, holding water bottles and trying to do what they can. How does that make you feel?
Oh man, that's a blessing. I mean, that just makes you appreciative of the communities you come from. They're all across this state. I mean, this happens every day across here. They're all coming together, pulling together and helping each other. So that's what it's all about.
Brian, I'm glad that everybody got out safely, and I hope you all will rebuild quickly. Dan, Lena.
Keenan Willard in Nash County. Thanks, Keenan.
Hard for us to process how you feel blessed, but you're seeing your home just shattered like that. Right. But he's saying because everybody's okay. Some boo-boos, as he said, but they're walking away from this.
They will need community to rally around them once things settle in, though, for sure. Mark Boyle joining us with some of the video that we have seen. Mark, we've seen really frightening, dynamic video of this tornado, of this weather moving through.
Much of it, Dan, coming from viewers at home sending us what they saw. These are some live pictures here from that Pfizer facility. We've been talking about quite a bit of damage there, no injuries. But this is new here at 4 o'clock. We've been able to put together a side-by-side, a before and an after. So what you're looking at on the left, this is a snip or a picture we were able to get from Sky 5. Look at all of the damage right here, and then look to the right. This is from Google Earth. This entire building right there, that several stories high building there at that warehouse, that is what was completely wiped away as that tornado came through. So this is really one of the best ways we've been able to determine just how bad the damage is in terms of what things look like before and what they look like now. This is new here at 4 o'clock at Rise Church there in Rocky Mount. Take a look. I'm going to toggle through some of this video. This is from one of the youth pastors there. You can see that tornado there in the background. He went outside and he quickly realized what was going on and then ran to safety. That's why the video moves around, and then you continue to see it here. Let's look at some of that video right now on your screen. These are some viewers sending in video. This is from near the Interstate I-95 as the storm rolled through this afternoon. And then you're going to see another video from folks there shopping at a Sheetz gas station. They went inside. This is it right here. Came out and saw that tornado moving just a few yards from where they're standing. And we'll send things back to you here in just a moment. We also did just confirm Amtrak has suspended service in that area due to power lines down as well as trees down on its tracks affecting service. Back to you.
Mark, thank you. What a sight, though, to see the before and after of that Pfizer plant, because we've seen the damage, but when you get to see it when everything was pristine, wow, you can see how much has really been damaged to that building.
Absolutely. Let's get out to WRAL Shelley Jackson on the ground there at the Pfizer plant. Shelley, tell us what you're hearing about any injuries, because we know that it's the middle of the day. You're at the Pfizer plant, correct?
No, I'm not at the Pfizer plant. I'm in Edgecombe County, but I'm at the Bozeman Farms. Take a look at this. This is a watermelon facility processing plant, and it's destroyed. The building will have to be torn down. I was told that there were 3 men inside having lunch when this happened, and one of them was able to get out. The other person was inside. He was injured. Don't know quite the extent of his injuries. A third man ran, grabbed a hold of one of these poles and held on as the tornado went through. Now, all these crates you see filled with watermelons. There's watermelons in the part of the building that's still upright. That's the refrigerated area. That is off. They're going to lose those watermelons. And a truck that was on its way here to pick up the load, that was also knocked over in the tornado. So right now, one person injured at this watermelon processing plant. We don't know the extent. The other folks got out okay.
What a scene there in Edgecombe County as well. Thank you, Shelley. We were told you were at the Pfizer plant.
Right.
We have, though, been seeing the incredible aerial images of the Pfizer plant as well. And where they were talking about the Amtrak service that was disrupted, those trees were down on some railroad tracks right behind the Pfizer building. So, again, all of that in that vicinity.
So much more to talk about. As we go to break, we do want to remind you we'll be tossing, once we come back, to Chelsea Donovan, who is talking to emergency management. Chelsea.
Yeah, incredible damage here off of North Carriage Road in Red Oak. You can see just the tree damage at the Puckett home. They've lived here for many decades, and it spans the swath of this tornado into all of these neighboring homes. You can see this massive tree and that car just crushed. We'll have a live report coming up.
Real crimes with fake plates. Using ghost cars.
Paper tag, no information, most likely it's fictitious.
5 on Your Side exposes a getaway tactic used by criminals and the new effort to protect your family. Tomorrow at 6.
When it comes to North Carolina weather, the difference is clear as day.
Today is a WRAL Weather Alert Day.
Here's the WRAL storm tracker right in the middle of it all.
I'm inside the severe thunderstorm.
That's the difference with WRAL News. That's coverage you can count on.